You may know that working for an international company is a dream of many people looking for a good job, but have you ever thought about all the aspects of working for such a company? That's why I want to show you a culture and the influence of multiculturalism, as well as the role of managers. I want to identify the problems and barriers, and in the end, I want to give a quick summary. So, the culture. Culture of organization is most often defined as a set of values, beliefs, behaviors, habits, and attitudes that helps members understand the organization for what the organization stands, how it works, and what is considered as important. It's a link between people, positions, departments, but it also defines the differences between the parties. The shape of organizational culture is influenced by many factors, including the country of origin, education, industry, manners, style of management. It can be identified by means of visual elements, symbols, labeling, clothing, way of communications, rituals, and invisible elements such as attitude to environment, values, and values. An organization culture is also the corporation culture, some kind of scheme of conduct development by a group, teaching how to deal with the problems of external adaptation and internal integration, what is considered to be appropriate. Multiculturalism is a wide range of issues conditioned by differences in values, behaviors, and beliefs of the people who come from different cultures. Multiculturalism has an internal dimension resulting in the changes in the architecture of the structure and relationships. Some such internal transformations within the organization can be caused by internal factors, for example, change in management or employees who have a different nationality or trips to study outside the country, and external factors, which implies entering foreign markets, coordination with models of business and professional behavior, or meeting the expectation of clients from abroad. So let's move to the role of managers. Managers working in an international environment must be aware that in other cultures the same values are not always shared. Some might be obvious and understandable for one culture, but not for others. They should be ready for continuous assimilation of new ideas, business practice, technology, and cultural assumptions. They have to have knowledge of the scale of different cultures. Managers in an international organization should acquire so-called culture competence, which will become the key to mutual understanding and cooperation. That's why the management style should take into account equally for all employees, regardless of their religion, age, sex, or national origin. Companies and managers should be able to complete the capitalization of culture diversity of their organizations by creating opportunities for dialogue while maintaining the function and objective of their companies. This is a hard challenge because multiculturalism can be a source of innovation and success of the company and the cause of conflicts and setbacks. So, generally, managers should be able to use the information provided by subordinates, use any opportunities to gain knowledge, be open to criticism, be flexible in thinking and acting. So, let's move on to the barriers. Managing multicultural environments is exposed to more barriers than in case of monoculture environment. Barriers hinder effective cooperation and are the case of many misunderstandings. Among the most frequently mentioned barriers are prejudice and stereotypes. The stereotypes is existing in the public consciences, brief, current, evaluative picture of reality unchanged concerning people or things based on incomplete and incorrect knowledge fixed by tradition. Stereotypes often hamper cooperation in the organization, lead to discrimination, and the perception of a particular person very often is wrong. Stereotypes make one unable to notice the differences between employees, which leads to misrecognition of uniqueness of some individuals. Stereotypes is culturally diverse organizations are the cases of conflict and prejudice. Prejudice is unjustified reluctance, unfriendly feelings towards someone or something wrong. It's holding to general notions about any community or individuals. It is their opinion which was built up based on misconceptions or rumors and no concrete evidence. Prejudices are resistant to change. It's difficult to influence opinions and behaviors of prejudice manager. So communication in a multicultural organization is then much more difficult, but it's not all. There are also some other barriers such as organization, enthusiasm, inadequate career planning and employer development, an organization barrier, motivation and rating system, and the language barrier. So, to sum up, I want to say that in modern conditions, people who want to plan their activities on a global scale must be prepared for a high level of international interweaving of economic, social, and national structures. Thanks for your attention.